You don't look happy.
I told you, I'm going through a mellow patch.
I thought you asked for a yellow hatch. This is the Vegas yellow, obviously an option, Audi S3.
I actually love the colour. It just, there's something about it. It's
Spotto!
and I felt like I was giving joy to everybody, it being the Spotto car. I was like, yeah.
It
yes,
is that
Spotto.
kind of car, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
I am confident enough to drive a yellow car.
That's it.
Bright yellow car.
That's it. And particularly, it's been a bit dreary.
Yes.
Just cuts a fine figure on the road.
It's very Audi, very sober.
Oh, it's so, like, calipers, red calipers.
You're all over that.
Tick.
Yep.
These headlights are the business.
So there was an update to the A3/S3 line late last year. These came as part of it.
It just does like a scan of the, like it looks,
yes, active headlights.
It looks you up and down in a good way.
In a good way.
I like it.
What else came as part of the upgrade? Oh, they changed the grille a bit. So it's all just been a little bit changed. This nice little jagged thing, which you see on other of the new Audis, is quite nice. I really like it.
Looks the goods.
It's great, and you can tell it's the S3 by silver on the caps and black rails, and of course Audi badges. And this is blacked out too, so a bit of an S thing. And
I like it.
And real fans will notice that the S grills are just a tiny bit wider.
I noticed that.
To make it look a tiny bit wider. So we're a fan of the looks?
Yes.
Yes. Very cool.
Let's take a look inside.
Yeah, I think we should go inside. I'm going to say it.
I didn't.
There are boobs on the dashboard.
There are boobs on the dashboard.
I think that may explain some
of the
activity.
Right. Okay. Ooh, nurse.
This stitching.
Yeah, the seats are rocking.
The seats are great.
And the stitching is like repeated, like so the red
stitching all the way through.
The red, nice. Comes through with the steering wheel stitching.
The Audi Sport badging.
Now, I have often mocked you for your love of the steering wheel and how that there are different.
It's coming home to roost.
I like this steering, so I guess, you and I were talking about this before. Like, there's something about these cars that you can't put your finger on it, but like the steering wheel, well, you can.
There's a package for the active crew.
Okay.
You've got to pay extra for that. So
Okay.
there's a package on this, which is, the name has escaped me. It is the S Performance package, which adds the bigger 19-inch wheels, red brake calipers, magnetic ride, yes, and the B&O audio system, which I'm sure is good, but I don't care.
I do. So I would absolutely, yes.
Now, and
these, that he did.
These seats are optional too. It's the nice leather, Napa leather with the diamond pattern stitching. That's about $1,000. So there's about $8,000 of options on this car. You don't need them all.
Oh, but gee, they're good.
Geez, they're nice.
They're so good.
Because there is a lot of stuff on this car. So you got your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. The stereo is good, even the basic stereo. Dual zone, heated seats.
Heated seats are good.
Auto parking.
Yes, I didn't try that, but yes, it's good. We were driving to soccer and I was reversing in, and as we stopped, my daughter said, "That's very considerate that the car turned the music down so you could concentrate." It's things like that. So it just
that annoys me.
Oh, it doesn't annoy me.
Because as you know, I'm a fan of the ABC local.
Not just because I'm on it every now and again. But I'll be listening to a news thing and just whacking in reverse to park. It's like, what? No, I don't know what Donald's done now.
What Peter is saying is he likes to hear the sound of his own voice on radio, and so when he's backing and it turns down, he cannot hear himself, and he is distressed.
Driving a car and on the radio at the same time. So my vanity knows some bounds.
It's good, you have to.
The back seat hasn't got an armrest or cup holders. That's a bit annoying.
I'll forgive it. And that's big. When I forgive a cup holder faux pas, you know this car's good.
You can get decent sized kiddies in the back.
Yeah. I had all 3 in the back.
Yeah, 3 would be a stretch if any of them are more than about 4 feet tall though.
Again, I'll forgive it. I'll leave a kid behind.
But not that long ago, 213 kilowatts was the preserve of very large V8s. And now we're getting in a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo. And it's quite drivable, isn't it? Like it's not
so drivable.
So 380 newton meters of torque, I believe, which again is a truckload of torque, and it goes like a stuck rat.
You know, sometimes I don't want to feel like I'm driving a family car. I want to feel like I'm driving like a cool car.
Yeah.
And this car,
it is cool.
And it's so cool. He goes, I didn't know it was you. He goes, that car pulled up. I was like, now that's a nice car. And I went,
well, it is a nice car.
Yeah, it is a nice car. And like my neighbours, I've just talked about this car a lot. And there's a difference between people going, oh,
yeah,
and like really wanting to know about it.
Yep.
And people really, generally want to know
those
about
2
this
kids
car.
just nearly broke their necks looking at it.
Well, I mean, kids like it because it's a spotto car. Like,
it's quite comfortable and it doesn't get on your nerves, because some cars like this can really get on your nerves when you're tired and you've had enough and just want to drive home and don't want to, tear up the tarmac.
So, you were saying before this one doesn't have active cruise, but it has this pre-sense thing. So
it's got all the gear for it, but they just want to charge you for it.
I mean, the next car that I get, I would want it to have active cruise.
Yeah, but you spend a lot of time in traffic.
Yeah, but it's because of that. Like, I spend a lot of time in traffic.
Yeah, you can get this in a 6-speed manual as well, which is becoming a bit of a dying breed, a manual performance car.
Yeah.
Particularly from Germany. So BMW has it. I don't believe you can get a performance Mercedes in manual anymore.
But you've got paddles with a purpose.
Paddles are good, but if you do want a manual, you can get one, which is good to know.
I didn't know it was boobs and margarita o'clock, but apparently it is.
Oh my goodness.
It's boobs and margarita o'clock.
Again, if anyone's interested, there's a large amount of cleavage on that street corner.
Hey ladies.
Goodness me. And for those who are playing along, brand new 7-speed dual clutch transmission in this, which is filtering through the Audi range.
Are you sure?
Yep, I am very sure. Yes, I have checked.
Are you sure?
I have checked.
Because
thrice checked, in fact.
Because sometimes when we're sure,
we're not so sure.
We get it wrong.
Yes, slightly embarrassing. The transmission will also disconnect the rears when you're cruising to save fuel. So you get a bit of drag when the rears are driven but not really doing anything, and you just disconnects them, saves you a few millilitres.
It's functional when it needs to be, and then
when you want to go for a burn like that. Oh, she's getting racy. But also too, you can set it up to have, the suspension soft and the steering heavy or whatever you like with the individual mode. So it just works for everyone, this car. So, the mellow yellow, well, not that mellow.
Not that mellow.
Audi S3.
But very yellow, yes.
Let's give it to me.
I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Of course you are.
I adore this car. This car is like...
It is you on wheels,
actually.
It is me on
wheels.
High energy. Hello, here I am.
Everything about this car, and like 4.5, and I'm being really picky. I would like some strip lighting in it.
LED strip lighting, not pole dance strip lighting.
The things I love about it, it's powerful, it's got a smooth ride, it looks great, colour calipers, all the things that I usually just don't even care about, I adore and need in my life and must. I love this car.
I'm giving it a 4. A couple of, little things like no cup holders and armrests in the back, just little silly things like that. It is a very good car. I really like this car a lot. It's a lot of fun.
It's so much fun.
It's not as lively as I want a car to be, but not everyone wants that because I'm strange. So yeah, 4. And guess what?
What?
I've got the keys and you don't.
I know. I want to keep this car. In fact, I'm going to write a book. The book is called How to Be Your Best Self in One Easy Step. And do you know what that step is? You buy an Audi S3.
A yellow one.
A yellow one.